cheese bun.
I'm gonna get a motherfucking cheese bun.
Your fucking 2012 status is like, oh, cheese bun?
I love the memories on Facebook. Like, the fact that I can go all the way down to those memories without having to scroll for ages is fucking hilarious.
I mainly just use, I use the on this day notification to delete anything cringy that I've got.
No, I just laugh at myself because I was such a dumb kid back then. Well,
I mean,
I'm probably going to think that about myself in a few years, too, about me now, but, you know.
Sometimes I find something really cringy, and then I notice that it's only, like, a status from last year.
Or you realize it got, like, one like by, like, that really awkward person that, like, likes all of your shit, and they're like, hello.
Yeah, it's just really gross. Okay, like, November 2015, here's one. It's like, I don't think Canada makes any whiskey worth buying. It's like, what the fuck do I know?
You were like 17.
This guy's last
18,
year?
19.
I was 19.
You were 19.
A couple comments. They're like, Justin, my brother, he's like, why do you say that? And I was like, any whiskey I've had that's made in Canada just doesn't cut it. How much of a fucking alcoholic was I last year?
Literally.
Like, none of this whiskey cuts it. This guy's like, Wiser Small Batch and whatever. And then there's like, this guy refers Crown Royal. He's like, made in Manitoba. And this guy's like, yeah, but we're a stomach ache and hangover ever. It is so true. I get such a bad stomach ache when I drink Crown Royal. But apparently, the Crown Royal Rye was the best for like 2015 or something. It was like world best.
Oh, wow. Not bad.
Yeah, and there's like a bunch of political stuff that I like to delete.
I actually have found, like, I used to be one of those people that would just, like, post lyrics from a song as my status. I was one of those fucking annoying pieces of shit. And I actually have found so many old songs that I liked just from, like, Googling the lyrics that I used to post. And just being like, holy shit, I remember that song.
When you just, like, forget what song it is.
Literally, because, like, it's been fucking ages.
Even if you posted entire songs lyrics, like...
Well, no, like, I wouldn't post all the lyrics. I would post, like, a little, like, a few sentences of the chorus or something.
I used to do that as well because I thought that Facebook, when I first joined and people asked me to join, the first thing I saw was all the people my age were posting lyrics. Mm-hmm. I was like, is this just a site for posting lyrics that you like?
I don't know. I just, like, I don't know. I used to post lyrics, like, that matched my mood.
Anyway, so you wanted to... Oh, yeah, you were just like, on the... I don't know, was it just a joke? You said, like, we were watching that video and you're just like, I just want to talk about this for a whole podcast.
Oh, yeah, Alexander Savior.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. She's great.
Yeah, I'm all for finding new music. And, like, she popped up in the, on the... suggested bar because I was like looking at a bunch of Last Shadow Puppet videos.
Oh yeah, Alex Turner.
And then I guess she came up on the side because they did their album or did her album together.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it one bit.
Yeah, dude, I swear to God, every time that me and you hang out, like, you just open up doors to, like, something new and magnificent for me to get obsessed over for a few months.
Okay, great.
It's great. Like,
I never realized I'd do that, but...
No, like, with the Before trilogy, I was, like, all about it. Like, I swear to God.
Oh, yeah.
It was so bad. And then, like, the Last Shadow Puppets, like, when I first heard Miracle Aligner, I literally, like, oh my God, Jarrell can tell you how often I played that song. Like, every single break at work, we'd get into his car, I'd light a cigarette, and I'd put on that song for, like, a month. Like, he got so annoyed with it. And I just loved it so much. Like, I've had, for, like, the last 3 weeks, I've only been listening to the Arctic Monkeys. But that's, like, I've been listening to the Arctic Monkeys for, like, forever. But just because me and you talk about them so much, it's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and, like, that album came out, I think, in, like, spring 2016. And I just, like, I enjoyed it a lot for a while and, like, during summer.
Yeah.
And, like, when I ever went out to barbecue, I always put it on. I was, like, on the balcony barbecuing and just blasting that album and just... It was like a great summer album, and then I stopped listening to it for a long time, just to kind of keep it fresh and to, I guess, listen to, or give myself time to listen to other albums and stuff like that, and discover new stuff. And then I think I showed you it, like, or I don't know, when did I put it on when you first heard it? I don't know.
Yeah, we were cruising with Jarrell. And like obviously I always play music. Like I'm always on with the aux cord, and then I played an Arctic Monkeys song. It was either 505 or If You Were There, Beware. It was one of those two, because those are like the two songs that I played the most probably. And you were like, oh hey, like after the song passed the aux chords, I was like, yeah, sure, dude. So I passed it to the back seat, and you still had your Samsung, and you had put on Miracle Aligner, and I like Shazammed that shit like right away. I was like, I like this.
You know what's funny? I had no idea that you liked it, because I put it on and you were just quiet, and I didn't know you were quietly Shazamming it from the back seat.
Yeah. I downloaded the whole album right after, because I think after you played Miracle Aligner, you were like, oh shit, like I should show you a few more songs from this album, and you showed me which one was it? I think you showed me two more songs. Element of Surprise, I know for sure you showed. And that one song that you really like. Sweet Dreams,
Tennessee.
Yeah, that song. And I was like, hey, downloading this whole album right now.
I know. Alex Turner's been like a musical man crush since I was in junior high. Like,
literally.
Grade 7. My brother made a mixtape for me, and he put on Teddy Picker, and then I was listening to it while drawing, and I don't know, I guess I was like 13, 12, around there, and then so I go on the internet, and I look up the music video, and I was like, whoa, this guy is really awesome, and then I went and I bought Favorite Worst Nightmare right away, and that's still the CD that I had when we were driving around. It's been with me forever.
Yeah, but Teddy Picker was the first song I ever heard from the Arctic Monkeys. I can't remember where I heard it, but I heard it like a long time ago, and I became absolutely obsessed with that song. And after listening to that song for a few months, I listened to the whole album eventually, and like I was just absolutely in love. And then their newest album came out, and everyone was like, oh my god, the Arctic Monkeys are great. And I'm like, have you ever heard Teddy Picker? And they'd be like, no. And I'm just like, what's your favorite song? What's that one song that everyone likes? I don't even know, because it's irrelevant, because everyone fucking likes it.
I don't know. Do I want to know?
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
So, yeah, well, I guess all my friends know about that story, because I texted everybody as soon as it happened, because I thought it was just hilarious. But like 2 years ago, or I don't know, I think it was like the year that AM came out, their latest album. 2013, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Summer 2013, I was standing there in a music shop, and I was in the vinyl section just looking for bargains and stuff like that. And this one girl, okay, you know that cargo jacket every girl has? I don't know, or I guess I'll paint a picture, but it's like, you know, they have that big cargo jacket, and then they have like the black tights with the socks with the red stripe over their black tights, and then they've got like brown boots over that, and then they have a big baggy infinity scarf with like, I don't know, probably something very maroon underneath. Like, you know the type, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they have one of those, like, headbands, like, those, like, weird-ass, like, infinity headbands on.
Oh, they're like crocheted headbands.
Yeah, or, like, mustard yellow beanie or some shit. Yeah. Like, it's so bad.
Like, exactly that. So I'm just, like, looking through whatever, the vinyl section, and then she comes, like, speed walking all the way past everything in the store, you know, makes a beeline right for the vinyl, flips through it, like, just yanks out the AM vinyl and goes right to the cashier and just slaps it down on the counter, and then she's out. Like, I was like, holy shit.
Fuck.
Like, you know, there's other music in this store that's worth buying other than, you know, just that on vinyl. But I also have a friend who has that album on vinyl, and she had like one of those shitty Crosleys, like in the suitcase.
Oh yeah.
And like I don't know, I was trying so hard not to judge her because she brought it to a party, and it was like, I just dude, there's nothing worse than listening to AM on like a really shitty Crosley suitcase record player.
I did like, I Wanna Be Yours. I like that song, but I only like the remixed version. The original version was like too slow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
There's a couple songs on there that I do like for what they are, because lyrically, I guess that album is very close to their
Oh yeah,
first one.
absolutely.
But it's just like, I guess with some trippy Suck It and See stuff in there. However,
Like, the album wasn't bad. Like, I'm not dissing the album. I'm not dissing any of the songs. I'm just saying, like, it's fucking annoying when you've liked a band for so long and then they drop a new album and it's not quite the same as their old stuff and it's a little bit different. All of a sudden, everyone fucking goes crazy because they start playing the songs on the fucking radio.
I mean,
Fuck.
I'm all for, like, bands progressing and even changing their sound. But if it just gets, like, shittier, you know, if it get, because it was kind of like a shallow album because it sounded like they just listened to a Black Keys album, you know, and became British Black Keys, which is
funny because they actually toured with the Black Keys. Was it that year, 2013, or was it 2012?
I think it was, well, because they both did a tour, I believe.
Yeah, they went on tour together.
They went on their own separate tours because their albums came out close together, I think. And so Arctic Monkeys went on their tour and opened up for them. And then they went on an Arctic Monkeys tour and opened up for them.
Yeah.
So there's that. But I think we went on like this huge tangent for Arctic Monkeys. What I was going to talk about was the video that Nicole really likes, which is this girl, Alexandra Xavier, who is only 21 at this time of recording, and her album is being co-written and produced by Alex Turner.
Lucky bitch! Lucky!
And she just has a really nice voice.
Oh my god.
And I think she is a very attractive person.
She is phenomenal. She just seems like a fucking great person, and I'd love to get to know her. Like, she's, like you said, like I said, like, I kind of, like, wanted, like, take this girl out for coffee. And you were like, I want to take her out for a beer. And I was like, fuck yeah, a beer. Like, she just seems like that type of girl. Like, she just seems so cool. And she has an amazing voice. And we found an old one of her covers, I guess, on one of her old covers. I can't fucking English today.
She had a cover, and it was a little bit old.
Yeah, thank you.
And she recorded Big Jet Plane by Angus and Julia Stone. And it's
such a good song. Like,
every basic indie music listener knows Angus and Julia Stone in that song.
Yes.
But, so I think she was just like a little bit basic in that video, but like she's still really great. And
that song seems to like be hard to cover, and she did such a good job of it.
Yeah, and I love, like, her lyricism.
She's just great.
And
she is quite attractive. Like, she has her own little... She has her thing, you know? And she's, like... She seems very...
Her thing is that
like,
she looks very bored during her performances, but she still sounds great.
Yeah.
It is really hot.
It's like she doesn't have to try. She's just, like, there, and she's doing what she loves to do. And she's just, like, whatever.
Like, the fact that she looks, like, really bored... but she still sounds like great, you know, it just kind of makes it look like it's really easy for her. But yeah,
well, like in the video when she's singing live and the camera's like right on her face and like her hands on the mic, like she didn't look nervous at all. Like, she wasn't shaking. Her voice was like crisp and clear and like very articulate, and she just seemed so at ease on the stage and on the mic, and it's a really attractive quality to have, to like look like that on stage. especially when you're first starting out,
Mm-hmm.
because she's not like famous like yet. She doesn't
No,
have
but
like a big fan base yet. But
she
like,
already acts like, because it's part of her persona, like her
yeah,
stage. Because everybody has like a stage persona, and then they're like however they are in real life. But it's just like I don't know. It's just another side of them that
she
they.
is herself when she performs.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
sweet.
like another part where she gets to express that side of her, and like that goes for a lot of artists too, who just like, they kind of get tired of, well, it's kind of like acting, you kind of get tired of being you sometimes, or like you
Yeah.
want to take a break, or you want to explore, I guess, like maybe another part of you or something, so you get to do that on stage. You're free to do that on stage if you want, and it's just that side of her is really attractive because it's very kind of, it's like she already owns it even though she's not famous.
It's like really confident.
Yeah.
Like almost like she almost seems overly confident, which is kind of like where she gets like that little sass from on stage,
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of sass.
Some of that looks like she's also genuinely enjoying the song too.
Yeah.
And like that's also like really, I guess, attractive to see somebody who loves their music while, performing it on stage.
I love like how in the interview that we watched, she described her sound. She didn't say like, "Oh, I'm pop" or "I'm indie."
Mm-hmm.
She was like, imagine yourself on a desert island and you're getting abducted, and there's this bar, and there's no one in the bar except for this lady in the corner with the red light on her, cooning in a long black dress. It's like, holy fuck, that image is so perfect. It just describes it so greatly.
Yeah. My favorite line of her so far in her song Risk, it's just, she says, like, she went to sleep hungover and she woke up drunk.
I was gonna say that was mine too, yeah.
Shake that aspirin snow globe.
Yeah.
Like,
so good. Like,
I don't know where the snow globe comes in, and I know it's like, kind of like shake your ass, but aspirin snow globe, like when you're hungover, yeah, you have a lot of aspirin. I don't know exactly what it means, but I just really like it. And obviously, like, it's co-written by Alex Turner.
There's probably some
like
really deep meaning behind it.
So, yeah, the thing I like about his songwriting is it's very topical, and it's very formulated, like, deliberately. Even though some of the stuff sounds like nonsense, if you really listen to, I guess, the subject matter. Like, in that song Dracula Teeth, where he's singing about how it, bounces around his mind and everything like that. And then kind of later in the song, you hear him just saying, like, this pinball machine's on mute. And, like, me and my friend were in the car one time, and we were listening to that album, like, early this year. And he's just like, what the hell does that mean? And then it kind of dawned on me. I was like, yeah, it kind of sounds random. He's admitting that he's not talking about how much he thinks about her. And it's so great to kind of take that out of the song. Like, one line that Alexandra Savior has in that song Girly, which is Nicole's favorite, she describes this girl as being able to get in places, and I think that's like, or she gets in corners where water can't. And that's also like one of my favorite lines too, because, I don't know, it's got Alex Turner written all over it, and it's just a great way to describe people. I think Alex Turner is very great, or very good at describing people and situations.
Yeah. Or the one that you told me, I can't remember the like exact lyric, but it was like the pen and the fucking, what's it called? The bingo thing.
Right, about Fluorescent Adolescent.
Yeah.
Where people don't realize, I guess, Fluorescent Adolescent off the album Favorite Worst Nightmare, he's talking about this girl and how she's losing, her spark, and it's kind of I don't know, it came out in, how long ago? Like 2007? Like almost 10 years ago already. So people have had a lot of time to think about it. But then I kind of, in high school, I looked at that song and I realized, like, he describes, or he asks her, was it a Mecha dabber or was it a betting pencil? And so Mecha is like the company that makes those bingo dabbers. They're kind of like those big handle things, and like you dab the bingo page with it, and or if you don't want one of those, you can get a betting pencil and write down your stuff at the top. And so a betting pencil is quite skinnier and smaller than a dabber. And so he asks her, was it a mecha dabber or a betting pencil? which means that was it a big dick or a small dick?
Yeah.
And like
I thought that was funny. Like that took some thought.
I know.
Like
it
that
took
is
some research on my part too, like trying to figure out what that means. But yeah, going to the movie that we're gonna watch at 2:45 in the morning. What movie are we watching?
Well, I suggested Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist because I really love Kat Dennings. I think that she's amazing, and obviously Michael Cera is the fucking bomb. And it's cold outside, and I've been just really in the mood for some really chill music and a really nice romantic movie, and yeah, so I'm kind of in the mood for that, and Tristan was totally down, so we're gonna watch that movie.
Was it because you saw that girl in the drive-thru that reminded you of
No,
Kat
oh my
Dennings?
god, no, I really hope that no one in Steinbeck knows what I'm talking about, but there was this girl, like, at McDonald's, she's working in the drive-thru, and she has, like, long brown hair, and, like, the only difference I think there's between her and Kat Dennings is that she's obviously younger, and had a lip piercing and glasses, whereas Kat Dennings doesn't have those things and she's older.
Mm-hmm.
But like they looked almost similar, like in the face, and I was like, she looks like Kat Dennings. Like I have a huge crush on Kat Dennings, so it was a little bit weird. I didn't know how I felt about that, but yeah, I don't
Kat
know.
Dennings giving you
Kat Dennings could
McDonald's.
do things for me, like a lot of things.
Yeah, I see that.
No, she's such a funny actress. Like she has the best fucking roles, and she's great.
When I first saw Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, I just really enjoyed it. In high school, it was like my time for... Actually, I didn't even see it in high school. I saw it in like grade 8.
Really?
Something like that. Like when it first came out. And I was just... I think since then, and ever since I saw Juno, like in grade 7.
Oh, yeah.
Like I went over and my friend, he had a poster of the movie Juno. Like back when we still had our theater, like right in the middle of town.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it came out in 2007, and it's almost 10 years old, that movie.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so I went to his
Can
place.
we have a reunion, like, on the day that it, like, has been a decade since that movie's out? Can we watch it again? Because we already watched that movie, like,
We've already
so
watched
many
it
times. It's so good.
It's magnificent.
Jeez, banana, shut your gob.
So, like, yeah, I really loved, like, just, like, indie movies. That did it for me. And my friend had, like, a poster on his wall, and it was just a big pregnant Ellen Page. Like,
Ellen Page
Michael
is
Cera,
great,
I was like,
dude.
that's, like, the weirdest poster to have, but I didn't realize at that time, because, like...
Michael Cera is
I
my
like that movie.
spirit animal.
Yeah.
I fucking love that guy.
So, yeah, I went over and actually rented that movie, and I brought it over for all my friends to watch. Like, there's, like, 3 of us or, like, all 4 of us sitting on the bed just watching this movie. And I don't know why. And they didn't really give me too much feedback on the movie afterwards. They're like, yeah, it was good. And then we just went and played video games, so I was like, well, at least I got to see the movie again.
Yeah.
I don't know, I really liked it, and that's, like, the kind of... You know, movies who all have that feel of this movie. That's
like the first time I ever watched that movie, I like put it in and I got super excited, and I like laid in my bed, and I had like my blanket completely wrapped around my entire body, and like only like my eyes were like not in the blanket. Like I had like a little window of not blanket around me.
You look like
and
a
like
burrito, like,
yeah, it was like a little crepe, like little Nicole crepe, and I'm laying on my bed and I'm like 16, and like I just put it on my TV and just laid there, and I was smiling the entire movie. I was like, this movie is fucking great. Like I loved it so much.
It's such a feel-good movie, and like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of just like a teenager's version of Before Sunrise, because it's like these 2 people meet, and then they end up just spending the night together, and it's kind of crazy, and it's like, except it's just like a more fun teenager version of that, and then they fall in love at the end, except it's not quite as tragic, but...
I don't even want to talk about that right now. That text literally ruined my life.
Yeah, so if you want to know, just go search up like the backstory behind Before Sunrise and the whole trilogy, and why Richard Linklater made it, and just, I don't know, cry if you really like those movies.
For those of you who don't know, that was the first movie we ever watched for our first podcast.
Yeah, Before Sunrise was... Yeah, and then Before Sunset, you were just like a blubbering mess. Like,
yeah.
just like crying.
And then the third movie, I was just pissed. I had like 3 smokes in a row outside. I was I wasn't even ranting. I was just like quiet, and I was just silently just pissed off at like how.
Why were you so angry though?
Because it's not the like. Because, like, it's too realistic. It was too realistic, and it pissed me off because I wanted it to be, like, fluffy and romantic, and I wanted to cry a little bit more and have some fucking hope for my future relationship and not know that it's gonna go to shit.
That, like, life is great when you're in your 40s and you know, they've been together for 10 years
and you have twins and, you know, everything's fucking great and you're on this vacation, then you end up just fighting the whole fucking trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Piece of shit.
The whole movie is pretty much a fight. Like,
yeah.
That's all you really take away from
And some of the
end.
shit that they say to each other and the way that they act, like, you
it's
compare it to, like, how cute they were in the second and the first movie, and you literally just, like, want to rip both of their throats out and be like, listen here, you bitches, you love each other, shut the fuck up.
Jesus, yeah. And, like, those gifts that we saw, like, I wanted that there to be like that moment in Before Midnight where, you know how they're on the tram and then like he almost tries to like touch her hair and it's awkward, and then we saw the second one and where he's like crying and sad in the back of the car and she tries to touch him but can't. Yep. I was hoping that would have happened when he's talking to her or like when she's at that cafe at the end where he's just like, you know, it's not perfect but it's real and everything like that. I think that got me. And then when she's like looking away, I was kind of hoping he would do that again. He would like
reach for her again. I know.
But like,
it would have been so significant.
Oh, right. But I kind of like how he still has that charm at the end where he like pretends to have.
Like he's actually trying. Like he literally had this life like revolving around her. Until they finally met again, and then he literally ditched everything to be with her, and then 10 more years later, and she's being a cunt, and he's being a dick, and even though she kind of started the fight, I can't really remember who even started it. It just it got worse, and at the end, he still tried to get her back and make sure that they were, like, gonna stay together, because the shit that she said to him, literally, like, it broke my heart. Like, I felt personally victimized by this bitch. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I felt like she talked to me. Like, she spoke to me.
Julie Delpy is really good at being mean.
Yeah. She's also hot doing it, so it's annoying. But, yeah, no, she's, like, the shit that she said to him nearing the end of their fight when she finally, like, just left the hotel. It just got to me, and I can't believe that he still tried to, like, reassure her and hope that she would, like, still be with him. And now I'm just waiting for what year is it going to be 10 years on?
Well, 10
years. 2024.
When it came out in 2013.
Okay, so 2023.
It's usually every 9 years that it comes out. So
okay, so 2022. Yeah. Hopefully, like, I'm hoping there's a fourth one where they're old as hell and they have grandbabies and they're swinging on a porch with a little puppy by their feet, okay, drinking some fucking lemonade, like, just like being all cute, reminiscent.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking hope. No, like, if they make a fourth one of them is gonna be dead. Just fucking watch.
No, because the whole movie revolves around them two having a conversation. Unless the whole movie is him talking to her at her grave. Or something as an old man. Okay, don't.
I'm gonna kill you. Or like it's gonna be like one of them is like deathly sick and dying like on their deathbed, and they just like have a conversation like while one of them is dying on the deathbed, and then at the end of the movie one of them fucking dies. It's probably not even gonna be the sick one.
Don't even do that. No.
I could write a movie. I could totally write a movie. Twist someone's heartstrings.
Oh yeah, totally. I would love to write a movie that just breaks your fucking heart. Like, the saddest movie I ever saw was was Dancer in the Dark, and nothing happens in that movie that is any good. It just gets worse and worse and worse, and you think that like, oh, maybe she's just gonna turn it around at the end, but no, she just like fucking the worst outcome that could have possibly like, happened happens.
There's one good thing that happens in that movie. Doesn't that kid like get that surgery?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he gets the surgery, but still, like for the main character, everything's shit. She lived in her own personal hell. Yeah. The entire time.
Kind of want to show you the ending scene and how jarring it is.
No, thank you.
Like, it fucks you up. Like, it's so bad. But anyway.
I was feeling good before we started talking about these movies. Like, movies that make me emotional are just not okay.
Yeah, honestly, but I love them. We were so excited to be watching Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, and now we're just all sad.
Okay, we need to get to watching that.
Yeah, okay. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, okay.
This is gonna be the longest podcast so far.
Yeah.
Okay, see you guys soon.
See ya. And we're back. And Nicole's texting.
I'm sorry.
You were so excited.
I am in such a good mood. I haven't stopped smiling. We had to take like a 20-minute break because I was laughing so fucking hard at something Tristan said during the movie. I had to take a break to have a smoke because I had so much like joy flow through me. I had to like chill the fuck out for a second. This movie makes me so happy. Oh my gosh.
I'm really glad that we watched a movie where you're now super excited and laughing and not crying and weeping on the floor.
Such a good mood. Oh my gosh. It's great. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is such a feel-good movie. And
seriously. I remember, like, I had the DVD version of it. Well, like, my foster mom did, I think, and I would watch, like, the commentary version and, like, from the special edition or whatever, and, like, I just fall asleep listening to them talk about how, like, the movie was filmed and, like, all the little quirks and stuff, and they're so cute. Oh, my gosh.
I think, like, I used to... I don't mean to like sound like a bummer because I know like you love this movie a lot, but I think I definitely enjoyed it way more when I was a kid. I think I used to be like a lot more romantic when I was younger. I mean, I got like I'm still am like pretty romantic, but it's like I used to be not, I guess, a little less grounded as a romantic. Like I'm like very realistically, I am now, but it's just like when I was younger. And, like, the only real, or not, like, real, I guess, but the only, I guess, idea of romance came from movies and not from personal experience. So it's, like, this used to be, like, one of, like, the most super romantic movies ever. And really? I used to think so.
I just used to think this was a comedy. Like I understand the jokes a lot more now than I used to. And, like, before, like, I obviously thought it was cute, and it was, I guess, because, like, the actors or whatever, like, in the movie are supposed to be, like, in high school, and, like, I was in high school, and, like, I totally understood that whole aspect, but, now, thinking about it, like, it's fucking adorable. Like, it's so cute. Like...
And I don't necessarily mean, like, romantic love. I mean, like, just the romanticism of, like, going out with your friends and how the night can just turn into something ridiculous and strung out. And
yeah, I understand that way more now because I didn't have friends in high school. And, like, the type of shit that happened in this movie happens to us almost every weekend. Like, going on adventures and, like, losing your fucking drunk friend and babysitting and... like building friendships off of, listening to music while you just drive around. Like, that is such a huge thing in my life right now. And so I completely understand it more. There's a hair on this microphone.
Oh.
I got it.
I don't know why this microphone gets really hairy, but
this is also my bed and I have a lot of hair.
Oh shit. Just like, I think it just has a life of its own. I think this microphone is now sentient. It's growing tired of hearing our shit, so it's just decided to fuck off. No, I always used to kind of enjoy or thinking about being able to do that, because I was like a lot more shut in when I was younger, and I like to stay in. But the prospect of being, or like having the confidence, or maybe one day having the confidence to go out and, enjoy like a night full of shenanigans, I think that really got me excited and really enjoyed this movie. And the fact that, there's humor in it, like everywhere, like the big part of it is comedy and drama.
Because there's literally like a joke in every sentence, because like you don't catch like the small little comments that like people say in it. Like that, like when Nora gets pissed off at Nick and like throat punches the guy, and she's like, I'm not jealous, and then like this one stranger in the background's like, yeah man, she's not jealous. It's just so funny.
Oh no man, yeah, she's not jealous. He just like bikes by like real fast. Like I didn't catch that like when I was watching it when I was younger. But no, yeah, now that we do that, I think it's much more relatable, and I think I enjoy it in a very different way.
Yeah.
Now than I used to.
Yeah. Definitely.
When I was younger, like, yeah, I definitely fantasized about having nights like that where I get to go out and do stuff like that. But now it's...
Well, most of, like, when I was younger, I romanticized the whole, like, actual, like, romantic part of it. Like, Nick and Nora's part in the movie. Like, finding someone at the end of the night. You're, spending the night looking for this band where it's fluffy and they end up finding each other type of shit. And now I'm just like, dude, I just want to drive around with my friends, listen to good music, and laugh at my drunk friend, and all that funny shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still talking to our number one fan. Shout out to Joe.
I was actually just gonna say we won't tell you who it is, but
hi Joe. I know you're listening to this podcast because you're number one fan. I'm currently speaking to you over Facebook Messenger, talking about how awesome our podcast is.
Yes, thank you for your undying support. It means a lot.
It honestly is. That's awesome. Shout out to Joe.
And I think, I will admit, I think my joke that made her laugh for 20 minutes was about you. Because there's a scene in the movie where...
I sound like Lisa Simpson when I laugh.
There's a scene in the movie where like a band comes on and plays, and and then everybody leaves, like the whole house clears except for this one guy.
And he gets so excited, he like screams and like rips off his shirt and starts like dancing all crazy, and he's the only one on the dance floor with this fucking band, and he's like their biggest supporter. And Tristan was like, looks like our number one fan, and I just fucking lost it.
Yeah, so
funny.
Thank you very much for talking about the show. And I don't know, I really don't know when the live show will be. I want to announce a date. I wish I could. I really wish I could. I think it's just like whenever I'm not working.
Pretty much, it has to be on a weekend. During the day, like when the sun is up, because I work nights, and so I'm always sleeping when the sun is up. So we're gonna have to find a day where you're not working on a weekend, and I'm gonna have to set a bajillion alarm clocks to wake up, and we're gonna get together and do a live podcast on Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll keep everyone posted on the page then.
Yeah,
I guess.
pretty much. Like, because the problem is, like, you and I pretty much go to work at the same time during the week.
But then you work on the weekend.
I work all weekend as well.
And then I'll work random overtime shifts on Fridays, and you'll get random Fridays off. So it's not working.
It's a really weird schedule. I really wish.
And I wish that we could do it before work, but we never know how long it's going to take us to make a podcast. Like, we need like a solid 5 hours.
True. I didn't realize that just like for an hour or like 45 minutes of talking that we need 5 hours to do this. Yeah. I mean, of course it like involves watching a movie,
or
but
listening
there's
to
like
an album. And then I'm a crazy chain smoker, so I smoke all the time. Bathroom breaks, we go get food, we like you edit a lot of stuff out.
Yes, I do.
That's just random and like.
Well, because every time we talk, it goes like over an hour.
Yeah.
Always, easily.
And
Like
there's some things that we say that people just shouldn't hear.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much like any show, really. There's always deleted scenes, and I always just delete them like right away if we have like a stupid would you rather question that we decide to answer anyway, and it's like just way too horrible, or we have really horrible answers, or
like if we're transitioning from just talking to actually finding the page with like all the would you rathers on it, if we have like a long pause, like we'll take that out.
And like you guys, I guess whenever we do our live show, we'll find out just how much we edit out.
And how much I actually swear. Like, I swear a lot, but Tristan has to take out a lot of my swear words. It's actually so bad.
Yeah, there'll be, like, full minute tangents of you just, like, ranting.
I am a very passionate person.
I know, that's great. Like, that's, I'm glad that there's that passion. And, like, so I will, like, take off, like, a whole minute of just Nicole ranting about something where it's just every other word is an F-bomb, but that's fine.
Literally, it's so bad.
It's fine. And like people, I've heard one person already talk about how much we swear and how I don't know, it's kind of like it makes it a little bit more difficult for them to listen to us, but
which I understand.
I get it.
People don't want to listen to that, but
yeah, but if they really knew, if they had the unfiltered, like, video, then it would drag on. There would be, like, a lot of awkward pauses, and there would just be, like...
a lot of me being on my phone.
And, yeah, you swearing at things, and swearing at things that you see on your phone.
And, like, laughing way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just bad. I don't know, like you said earlier, we were talking about the whole swearing thing, like... we want these podcasts to we want to not feel like we're recording, so we don't feel like it has to be perfect, like it's just two people talking and we forget that the microphone is there and we just like talk about these things that we can bond over and other people can listen, and it makes it more personal that way. So that's why I mean I don't give a damn, and I don't filter filter anything out that I say ever.
Wow. That was like gone with the wind level edginess right there.
I don't give a damn. If I was a bird, I'd fly straight into a ceiling fan. Red Foreman.
I don't give a heckin' darn. What y'all...
heckin' bamboozling. It was Pago the whole time. Anyways.
Sorry, we've got to that moment where we've devolved into speaking as memes.
Everything is a meme. I am a meme today.
Oh, God. I used to just... I don't know. I used to complain to you about that guy I used to drive to work with all the time. Like, I would have to sit in a car with him for an hour just driving, and he only spoke in memes.
God.
And I was so pissed off that whole time because I was like, oh man, what do you do like when you're not working and stuff like that. I was trying to be really social, and he's like, oh, I just play World of Warcraft. And I was like, I'm sorry, I just stopped because Nicole showed me a comment on one of our Facebook posts. I'm sorry.
It's so funny. I love it so much.
It's great. It reminds me of that movie scene now. Just like guy taking off his shirt and just
screaming,
getting really into it. Yeah. What the hell is in my pocket? Oh, okay. Never mind. Concert ticket. That's what's in my pocket.
From what concert?
Boy and Bear.
Ah, very good.
It's a very indie band. Just trying to put it in my pocket and I can't. Just like feeling my nipples staring at Nicole, just like trying to
please don't
trying to put it in my pocket.
Me and Jarrell, my good old friend Jarrell, we laugh at the Kermit the Frog fucking memes all day, every day at break.
I mean, I used to watch Sesame Street a lot, so I used to...
Please don't! I just cringed so hard. Don't ever say that ever again, please.
Is that from somewhere? Because I heard somebody else use it, and it was out of context, and I fucking lost it. Is that from something? Like, was that something popular?
I don't know. All I can think about right now is this. This is all I can focus my mind on.
I got dreams, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, raw, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, beans, greens.
That is the best video ever created. That's all I can ever fucking think about.
Is that just playing in your head like this whole
Literally
time?
on a loop.
You're
Yeah.
crying.
I'm crying. I'm so glad I didn't wear like that much makeup today, because holy shit.
Oh, I have a question actually that just reminded me for some reason. You know how like I just thought about that part in the movie where he's like, "You have the best ears."
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody received a compliment for a body part that is really like you would never receive a compliment for that body part?
I personally I compliment people's hands a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is about hands. Hands are really unique. Like, I don't know. Everyone has very different kinds of hands.
I guess so.
I think it's cool.
One thing that pisses me off is that mine are like always super soft. It's
How
like,
can that piss you off? Mine are just always cold, and like they get really, really dry in the winter.
yeah, I
And
guess so.
I'm like a really, really tiny person with like long ass piano fingers. So it's weird.
So E.T.
Don't.
Sorry.
That's so nasty.
Sorry. It's just, that's all I could think about. Like, when you said tiny ass person with long fingers, I just fucking saw E.T. Is that the noise he makes? Hey. He's going to be like Consuela. Like, what was that? No. Need more lemon pledge.
You're my favorite person.
He's just like, you're fired. No, I keep job.
Your impersonations kill me.
Oh god, I would just, well, it's because I don't know why, but I always practice like when I'm by myself or like when I'm at work, just like trying to do all these impressions. I never know I can do them until I actually just do them.
Oh my gosh, what I do at work is like I have to have like earplugs in because like I work in a factory, so we need to have like, you know, steel toe boots and shoes or whatever, and like safety glasses and earplugs, and like, you know, like those singers that like put like one finger over their ear and like do the whole like sassy finger and like do like crazy like vibrato with their voice and shit.
Yeah.
I literally, like, when the radio is on and like I'm singing and I can only hear myself, I can do a perfect Britney Spears impersonation, but I can't do it when I don't have my like earplugs and music. Like, fuck, I can't do it. Like, it sounds so awful. I'm not gonna do it now, obviously, because that's embarrassing, because it's not gonna work. But I don't know, it's just, I'm proud of myself for being able to do it sometimes.
Around like 7 years ago, I guess, when I was in like, I guess grade 7, around there, I was trying so hard to learn, and this was like, I guess, I wouldn't say, oh man, I must have been actually younger, because I was trying for like an entire class to try to whistle through my bottom teeth.
Oh, yeah.
So that I could do Mr. Herbert's voice from Family Guy.
My brother can do that impersonation really well, too.
And it's like, as soon as I learned, cause like I got like the high voice when I like before I hit puberty, so it's just like really good at that part, but like I couldn't do the whistle. But then I remember the moment where I was sitting in the middle of class, and then I finally figured out how to do it. I had like the biggest grin on my face because I knew like now like for certain I'm gonna talk like Mr. Herbert all the time, and it's an absolute. He was always like my favorite part about Family Guy.
Oh,
Like,
really?
whenever he showed up, like he was just like the funniest thing in the world. He was my favorite.
My favorite, like, Family Guy thing, like, not, like, it's not a full episode, but it's, like, a part of an episode where it's, like, everything from Stewie's perspective, like, a day in the life of Stewie, and, like, he tries to put, like, a Twinkie in the exhaust of Brian's car, and Brian gets in the car and starts driving, and Stewie's, like, clinging onto the fucking exhaust and taking a drive or whatever, and all of a sudden, Brian stops by a school bus, and Stewie looks over, and Herbert the pervert is, like, clinging to the, like, bottom of the school bus, and he's like, just, like, on the school bus full of kids, and it kills me. Having a nice day, fella. He's like, stay away from my... Wait, what does he say? Stay away from my brother's, like, poop hole or some shit. Like, it's so funny. I want to find it.
A lot of it is like unexpected whenever he pops up, and
Yeah.
that's like, I don't know. That's when Family Guy was good. Now I absolutely hate that show, but
Okay. Do you prefer evil Stewie or gay Stewie?
Evil Stewie.
Okay. I like both.
I mean,
it depends. Like sometimes evil Stewie got really fucking annoying. And
sometimes
gay
when all
Stewie
the
gets really fucking annoying. Too.
yeah, like a character needs to have development. I get it. There was this kind of like golden era of Family Guy where it was, you know, Stewie was evil, and then he sort of started figuring out that he was gay, and it started like going against everything that he was about.
Yeah, and he still hates Lois.
Yeah, and it's just
As long as he just always hates Lois, he's gonna be my favorite.
yeah. Anyway, do you want to do like a would you rather question?
I mean, oh yeah, actually, Joe, the last time we made a podcast or whatever, he wanted to suggest a would you rather question, and I want to encourage everyone who listens and wants to contribute. Anyone can comment on our page, different would you rather questions that we could answer. He said that like a buddy had asked him this one question, and like he's always thought about it ever since, and has like wanted to ask me. So he wanted me to answer it on the podcast, and you
Okay.
as well, obviously. So the question is, would you rather lose your ability to see, like your vision sense,
Lose your vision.
yeah, or would you rather go without sex forever, like either no vision or no sex?
Oh man. Okay, I think I would rather go without sex.
Really? I'm getting a phone call from Winnipeg.
Oh, okay. Answer it.
Hello? Okay. It was a wrong number. I was like, hello. He's like, oh, sorry, wrong number. I was like, oh, okay.
I broke with my ex-girl. Here's a number. Psych, that's the wrong number. I loved those videos so much when I was in high school. Anyway, so about the no sex or no seeing
Yeah.
thing. I would go without sex if I kept my vision.
Really?
Yep. Well, I mean, is it just full-on intercourse?
No, I don't. I think.
Or does it encompass, like, all levels and degrees of sex?
Okay, you can do stuff to people, but nobody can do anything to you. So pretty much you can give sex, but you can't have it.
I give great sex. Think about that sentence.
I give great sex.
I can give good sex to you.
That sounds like something Borat would say.
It's
I
fucking...
like you. I like sex. It's
that-
nice.
Oh, it's that John LaJoie guy. The guy who made that song "Show Me Your Genitals."
Oh, fucking love that.
He's like, I can give good sex to you because I'm really good at sex.
Vagina, what? Vagina, what? I want to have sex with your vagina.
Yeah, that's the whole song. E
Love it.
equals MC
See,
vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's fucking video. So what about you though?
Oh, as long as I can keep giving sex, I mean, I'd rather keep my vision.
Okay.
Giving
So
sex.
pretty much just like.
I mean, that's fucking awful, but
Uh-huh.
I'd rather keep my vision, thank you. I kind of need it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I mean, that's why
need
we
to
have it,
see-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we have it. So, okay, that's one question. Oh, I need to pull up the other questions if we're gonna do them.
Definitely.
Okay, you wanna hold the
I will hold the mic.
microphone close to you?
Microphone. Ooh, boy.
Hey, okay.
Everything's
Yeah, still
fine.
good. Still good. Still good. Still good.
So good. Dun, dun, so,
So
good.
good. Dun, 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 dun.
Ow, I feel good.
Knew that I would. I feel fine. Sugar fine. I'm sorry, that was my impression of a deaf guy at karaoke.
That's so bad.
Is it? I might edit that out. Maybe.
Okay.
So good. So good. Sorry, I'm just gonna stop digging myself this hole. You listen to that band Hole?
No.
No, me neither.
Okay.
I just remember it was on Rock Band one time.
Oh, Rock Band was the shit.
Right?
Did you ever hear Paranoid by Garbage?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that song was lit. That was
Yeah.
my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best song
Think I'm
ever.
paranoid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, it's fucking 5 in the morning.
It is. It's late.
It's. Would you rather live in the world of Dr. Seuss or live in the Star Trek universe?
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Very nice.
I would have 1 fish. I'd have 2 fish. I'd have. You've read that book, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just
Sorry.
not giving you the time of day right now.
No, you're
No.
not, and I don't even know how I'm gonna make that joke. Never mind. Fuck.
Would you rather have an iPhone or have an Android? Rather have an iPhone because that's what I have right now. Although the only thing that pisses me off is the storage. I deleted everything and it still says storage is almost full and it's driving me fucking crazy.
I guess I'd rather have an Android.
Alright. Well, let's see which one wins. Oh, look at that. iPhone wins. Not surprised.
Not me neither. Could you take a picture? Have your picture taken? What the fuck?
It depends. Do I know I'm having my picture taken? Is it a candid photo? Is there good lighting? Do I look good?
I can't tell you.
Or if I'm taking the picture, do I get a good camera? Or am I using your shitty phone camera?
I'm gonna say take a picture.
I mean, I always look good, so have my picture taken. Let's see which one it
Ooh.
is. Yeah, everyone wants to take a picture. Everyone's so self-conscious about having their picture taken.
Yeah, some people are okay. You can't just knock somebody for.
I'm not knocking anyone.
Just okay. You
I'm
know
just
what?
being a bitch.
Why don't you go
You're
out in
welcome.
the middle of the street and just.
Actually, yeah, I mean, I like doing both. I used to be a model.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
you
but
know
I
what?
also like taking cute pictures. I wasn't ever in photography, but it's fun.
Yeah, I don't know why I never got into photography in high school.
I feel like I could totally do it.
Me too. I feel like anybody could fucking do it.
I mean, some people really can't. Some people just don't
I guess
have the
not.
vision for
I think those
it.
people, you just call them modern artists.
I guess so, yeah. Okay. Does that sound
Fuck
bitchy?
out of here, you patronizing.
I'm sorry that I sound so bitchy right now.
I know, I
really-
was just like, that's ridiculous.
I need a
like, It
smoke.
wasn't just like the model comment, now it's like,
No, I'm seriously trying to be a bitch right now.
why?
I don't know.
Is this just what happens at
It's
5 in the
just-
morning? It's
yeah.
like a fucking
No,
werewolf
I
thing?
don't-
You just turn into like a bitch?
Oh, where, bitch?
I guess so. It's
Where,
just like at a where, bitch? There, bitch.
Bitch, you thought? Just kidding. No, I don't know. I'm sorry that I sound so cunty.
At
That's
5 this is what happens at 5 in the morning. You like watch
what happens
like
when you haven't had a 2 hours cigarette break.
we just like watched like a great movie and then all of a
I'm
sudden
in such a good mood.
that's what happens when you're actually. I can be really mean too when I'm in a good mood. Like,
yeah, like I
people are
have the confidence to just be a cunt and not care. Because I'm in such a great mood.
Because people are like, I don't know, when we're out sometimes, people are like, why are you so salty and like judgmental and stuff like that? And it's like, I'm in a great mood.
I am,
and
yeah.
sometimes I'm just an asshole when I'm in a great mood.
Yeah.
That's about it. Anyway,
Okay. Would you rather have all your limbs cut off by a very dull butter knife or have to go to every single local WNBA game for the rest of your life? I'd rather go to women. That's women's
yeah, I think that's a women's
national basketball.
association.
Yeah. I'd rather
Yeah,
go to women's
WNBA
basketball.
game.
I used to play basketball. I'm down.
That's okay.
It's cool. I'd rather not have my limbs get cut off. Fuck that.
Yeah.
85% versus 15 makes sense.
Would you rather be starving for the rest of your life? Nope. Or be obese for the rest of your life? Huh.
I mean, if I'm starving for the rest of my life, that obviously means I can't afford food.
That means you're starving until you die of starvation, because that's the rest of your
Which
life.
is not probably going to be very long.
If I'm trying to be like a, wise ass about it.
If I'm
But
obese, I can always just lose that weight.
no, but you have to be obese for the rest of your life.
Okay, that's true. I'm not thinking clearly. It's really late.
Come to the dark side, Nicole. There's lots of food over here.
I mean, yeah, okay, I'll be obese for the rest of my life. Sure, I'd rather have a life than die.
It's like die of starvation. Like 4 days from now of not eating anything?
Yeah, literally.
That would be starving for the rest of your life. By the way, how was that McDonald's earlier?
That McDonald's was fucking minty. That was great.
Lettuce fucking everywhere.
It was
Those are chicken
so
sandwiches, though. It's just mayo and lettuce everywhere.
good. It was like the farmer chicken burger or something like that. What?
Country chicken.
Country chicken
Country
burger?
chicken. Yeah.
It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I ate that entire burger plus fries plus a drink.
Yeah, no
Never been
kidding.
able to do that, I don't think.
Yeah.
That I was hungry. And you know what? That fucking line was ridiculous. Like, I worked at McDonald's, and, like,
Oh,
our drive-through
the
time
drive-thru.
had to be, like...
20 minutes.
So, I don't know if there was maybe, like, a problem with, like, that 4-car ahead of us person or whatever. Like, why they were at the window for 10
Like
fucking
a full
minutes.
car, and they were probably ordering for other people, maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah,
That's the only
right. It was
explanation.
what is it, Friday? Friday night?
Or maybe everybody inside's being paid minimum wage.
No.
No.
Only, like, the start off.
Well, and then one girl literally
People-
went outside and just started talking to
Yeah,
people
okay,
in the
that
drive-thru.
pisses me off. That girl also, like, I worked with her, and she's, like, 12, and she tried to be, like, the manager all the time and be like, Nicole, can you go do this? Nicole, can you go do that? And then she just stand there, and I'm like, bitch, I'm 6 years older than you. I can take your life, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she just went outside and started talking to these boys that were, like, a few cars behind us, and was just talking to them. It's like, we get it. You have a boyfriend, okay? You're in high school. It's cool, but, like, get me my goddamn food. I was so hungry. Like, you're at your job. Do it.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to.
Oh, remember that we were in that play and they tried to make us do that dance number?
Okay, I literally had to dance, though.
You did, yeah.
I did in the very beginning and like pretty much the entire time because I was a fairy, so I had to be all majestic and shit. So like every movement I made had to be like aesthetic.
Yeah. And I was just like, hey,
Dancing.
I was like, there's no way a king, even if he is the fairy king, is not... Okay, this was A Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare, obviously, but, you know, I was Oberon, so like... There's no way a king is going to get into a dance number with his fairies.
No.
If anything, I'm gonna be fucking waltzing with the fairy queen.
And
If,
it was
like, that's the only way like a king is gonna get down.
yeah, and like it was so weird because like they divided, like I was your elf or fairy elf. I was your fairy, and so there were like your fairies and there were what's her face's fairies.
Titania.
Yeah, whatever.
Titania. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
her fairies, and so like they made us like the evil
Were we?
versus.
Am I evil? Was
No,
I
but it was,
bad? I'd kind of like to think so because the second.
Yeah, I don't know.
My second name was King of Shadows, and that sounds pretty badass, and I like that.
I wish that we could have been like the undead fairies, you know, like just be fucking metal with it and like wear like
If
I
you're
wish
gonna
that
be
we would have
bad.
had like less colorful outfits. Like if we could have just been like all goth and like you are the king of shadows. Let us be fucking dark as hell. Put on some black lipstick on me and make me like flip my hair around, okay? And then like to whatever her fucking faces, fairies, they could have been all colorful and pretty and waltzing around like
Yeah.
little like, you know, fairies. I wanted to like come in there with some fucking like crazy rock music and just like, you know, creep people the fuck out.
Yeah, because they literally had like that one guy play his guitar, and it was very calming and everything like that. And he like the live minstrel, and he would just come in and play his guitar, and it would. Could you imagine if all of a sudden they just like juxtaposed that with all these goth fairies and like just a blaring electric guitar every
That
time
would-
we came on?
Literally, that would have been amazing. Like,
And
I wish
they're-
it could have been like a goth fairy. That would
And
be
I
so
would,
dope.
I would look like fucking Robert Smith, like with the hair, and like just come on with red lipstick and earrings and just bitch about everything and my whole existence.
Can
And
we remake it?
no,
Okay, well, that's too bad. I kind of have a dream for this.
Okay, you you want to remake it?
One day I'm going to like make A Midsummer Night's Dream into a movie, and it's gonna be a really shitty movie, and I'm gonna take that vision. And I'm gonna write all the music for it.
You know what I just realized? Like the most flamboyant guy like in the play, his name was literally Bottom.
That's so.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You remember who it was?
Yeah, I do remember who it was.
How is that so fitting?
That is extremely fitting.
He was like the biggest over performer there was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was.
Just an
I
observation
would love
that I
to
made.
know where he is in life right now. Do you know?
No, not really. I think I'm Facebook friends with him, but I don't
I'm
think
not.
well, obviously I accepted it in high school, but
I mean, I think I was his Facebook friend until I eventually just blocked him.
because like the thing about like our fairies and that sort of thing is just that it was very boring. Like we were all like earthy toned, except me. I was fucking extravagant, but you guys were all like
My name was Moth. Moth.
Yo, get the fuck out of my closet, yo.
Yo, I was wearing a bandeau. It was like baby blue and like a skirt that was supposed to look like it was made out of grass. And my name was Moth.
That sucks.
I wish I could have just worn like a black skirt with some fucking like fishnets and a black ass fucking thing. And you know what would have been cool? Like some fucking henna tattoos up in this bitch and like black lipstick and like huge like fake eyelashes.
Yeah.
Dude, that would have been freaking dope.
I mean, I already kind of got used to like putting on all the makeup anyway.
Yeah.
Like it
I
was
was
very
in
fun.
theater since like I was young. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
And like, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with the costume, and I had a very fun time in the play, and it was a very fun play to do. But it's just like thinking back to like high school. I guess it was as good as a high school play could be, really.
Honestly, it was my only good memory of high school. Like that play was like the last good thing that happened to me after my life went to shit in high school.
Actually, it's funny because like the only memory I actually have of you before us hanging out like this
Like now, yeah.
is in high school when you were like one of the fairies, and like
during
even then I didn't take much notice until like you and I had like a very weird conversation in the hallway, and you were asking me about my first girlfriend and who I met while we were doing that play, because she was in that play as well.
Right.
And-
Right. Yeah. Wait. I think it was. Oh man, I can't really remember. I think you looked upset or something, and I like asked you what was wrong, and you were like, "Oh,
Oh.
you know, just girl things," and I was like,
Was it just girlfriends? Because that's right.
"Yeah."
Yeah. I should have known like right off the
Jokes on
right
air.
right off the hop that don't pretend to be religious to date a religious girl. Don't do it. It's a very bad
Also,
time.
don't pretend to like smoking, dating a smoker, because you will get addicted, and you'll need to smoke every 15 minutes.
Oh
Hello.
man.
My name is Nicole, and I have a really big problem with cigarettes. That was really awful.
It's just like you had a problem with them before, and then you got addicted, and now you just have a problem.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, the reason I started smoking, as, like, a young kid, I was, like, I just always had the mindset, like, don't say no until you've tried it. And so I was, like, as a kid, I'm like, hey, you know what, one day I'm gonna try cigarettes. Like, I'm gonna try one cigarette just to see what it's like. And so I had that one cigarette, and it was fine. And then it was, like, right before high school, like, during the summer, like, I asked my friend if he could teach me how to smoke or whatever. And I had one cigarette.
Hey, do you know how to breathe? Just
No,
like
okay,
don't.
like, when you first hold a cigarette, you literally don't even know how to flick it. Like, it's weird. There's a process. Anyways, so I had this one cigarette. I was totally fine. And then one day I got kicked out of math class. This is, like, solid, like, months to 2 months into school already. So it's already been, like, 4 or 5 months since, like, my first cigarette. And I got kicked out of math class. And these, like, all the guys that I got kicked out with, because we were being loud, because I was telling them to shut the fuck up, they all went outside for a smoke, and they were like, "Hey, Nicole, like, you smoke, right?" And I was like, "Totally, yeah, I totally smoke." And then they, like, gave me a cigarette, and then I just, like, started hanging out, like, with that group, because I started, like, getting kicked out of fucking math all the time. So I'd have, like, one cigarette here, one cigarette there. Then I met my ex-girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, I've totally seen you smoking." And I was like, "Yeah, totally, I'm totally a smoker." And she's like, "Do you have smoke?" I'm like, "Yeah, I totally have smokes." And then she had a smoke, and she made me have all of it. And then it's like, oh, hey.
The things you do for
to
love.
look cool and for wanting a girl to like you. Even though I'm sure she would have probably still liked me back then if I didn't smoke, but, you know, being 16 and wanting to be cool.
The embarrassing thing is that, like, I think, like, the first month of dating that girl that was in the play, I didn't like her. I don't know, I didn't like her the way she liked me, and I was just like, I don't know, I was just dating her because I was bored.
Oh my god, that is an awful thing to say, Tristan.
It is. It really is. Well, it's like when you're bored and, like, you're in grade 11, like, what else do you do?
It's
like,
true.
You're taking your classes, you're good at your classes, and you're just, I don't know, you feel really great. And then it's like, oh, what else do I need? Oh, well, maybe I should just get a girlfriend because I'm bored. And then, so I did, and it was just really fun for me, it was, like, just, like, a really fun thing to prove to myself that I could do it.
I'm not gonna lie, I totally did the same thing with a boy.
And
In the 10th grade, because all my friends had boyfriends, and so I was like, I should get a boyfriend.
So
and
it was
I got
just
a
like,
boyfriend.
I don't know, it's just really fun to get someone to like you like
Yeah,
that,
it was
even though you
cool.
don't really like them back. And,
No.
like, the first month, then I
Yeah.
actually started, like, not minding her being around, and, like, yeah, you know, I kind of like you, and then it just, like, escalated from there, and it really came back and bit me in the ass. But, like,
I mean, with the guy, it was like around the time of the play, I guess. I don't know. Like, all my friends had boyfriends. They're all like, "Nikki."
around the
When
time of the
I-
play, we
Yeah.
were in grade 11.
I was in grade 10. I was a
Oh.
grade younger than you back then.
Really?
Yeah, we graduated the same year. Because I took 2 years off, I think. No, I only took off a year and a half of school.
Oh, okay.
Because I dropped out in the 11th grade.
Oh,
We dropped out at the same time. We were just in different grades, and then we went back to school at the same time.
and then we graduated.
And then we
at
graduated at the same year,
time.
yeah. But yeah,
Nice.
like, it was around this time of, like, the play, and, like, all my friends were like, "Yeah, I have a boyfriend. Nikki, you want to get a boyfriend?"
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm totally going to get a boyfriend,"
Mhm.
you know? And then, like, I was just kind of looking around and, like, found
Just
the first guy that
Look around.
that looked like I could get him and reel him
I
in.
could get him. Get him.
And so I worked my magic that apparently I do not have anymore. And I was like, "Hey, dude." And he was like, "Oh, hey." And I was like, you should ask me out." And he was like, "I'm gonna go out." And I was like, "Not really, but okay."
That does sound magical.
Right?
I would probably
He asked
actually.
me out after O Canada.
I would.
After O Canada played. At the
Hold
beginning
on,
of
like
the day.
I love you, but I love my country more. Like, oh, hold on, babe. 1
We
second.
were just
It's
like
like,
standing there, like, I was like 16 and we're holding hands and the whole Canada was playing. He turns around, he looks me dead in the eye, he's like, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" And just like looked at him and I was like, "Yeah."
well,
And then I went and got my saxophone because I had band class.
And then you got your. Actually, I would definitely have a predisposition. Well, you already know that I do for, like, girls who are just, like, really condescending and really
Yeah.
mean. Like, I don't know. It just.
He apparently really liked that about me. That was a bitch.
Because, like, if a girl came up was like, you know, you should ask me out, and, like, I ask you out, and you're like, well, I don't want to, but okay. Then I'll be like, okay, we're getting somewhere. You
No,
know,
that shouldn't have happened. I have many regrets.
Rugrats.
Okay, well,
And then I
this
totally
is-
lied to. I don't know. I was, like, totally an asshole too, because she's like, "Is this your first kiss?" I was like, "Yes." I don't know if this ever finds its way out into the
I know.
interweb, and, like, I'm sorry, that wasn't my first kiss, and I didn't really act the way I dressed.
If I dated anybody, like, before I was 20, I apologize. I literally turned 20 not even a month ago.
If I did it anyway before the age of 20, I'm sorry. I kind of feel like that too, though. It's like...
Seriously. I had, like, that one ex-girlfriend. Like, I was with her for 2 years. Hey, if you're listening, what's up? Text me. Just kidding.
Don't. If you got my number, delete it.
that's rude. No, like, I had that one girlfriend for 2 years, and that was the most serious thing that I was ever in, and I don't regret that, because it helped me grow a lot as a person, but pretty much everything else, I apologize for putting you through that. Also, speaking of which, Jarrell and I actually dated when I was in the 8th grade, and we were in jazz band together, and the relationship lasted 4 months, and we are literally best friends, so if any of you are struggling, just fucking put it to the side and chill. They could end up being your best friend. It's like my brother.
I thought I saw... When was that? When did... It was, like, what, grade 7?
I was in grade 8. He was in grade 9.
Oh.
So that was solid 5 years ago.
Yeah, I should let you know right now, in grade 8 is when I met Drell, and we actually dated for, like, 2 months.
That's
so
amazing.
So you're not even... Don't even try to pretend like you know who Jarrell is.
I know who Jarrell is.
Because I was there first.
Are we gonna fight?
No, I don't know. I didn't even talk to Jarrell until, like, high school.
I stopped talking to Jarrell in high school.
It's kind of funny, like, watching... I don't know, like, yourself...
Looking back.
In retrospect, since we're all good friends now, and, like... kind of how we were, how do I explain it, like, just momentary people in each other's lives for, like, a little bit.
We were acquaintances.
I know how it's, like, because you're in school, but, like, you know, the play where, you know, you and I were in, and I met my first girlfriend there, my girlfriend and I would later go to, like, the summer swing dance. And Jarrell was playing the jazz drums at the swing dance, and she was asking me how to dance, and I said, just listen to the snare, and then there's Jarrell banging on the drums, and I had barely even talked to him ever in my life, and then it's just, I don't know, it's funny to see, like, people show up in your lives, and then you never know, because, like, it's kind of a shot in the dark that we're friends because we became friends after we left school.
Yeah, it's so weird because, like that one quote that's like, your future self is looking at you through memories right now.
Ugh.
That's fucked up.
I don't
and
like it. I'm scared.
It's so weird to actually think about because when I went into jazz band in the 8th grade, like beginning of 8th grade, I started saxophone, went straight to jazz, and I never knew who our drummer was. I could give two shits about our drummer and, like, our pianist and, like, our bass player. Like, I was a saxophone, and I just cared about the saxophone section. I only listened to the drums, like, to listen to the beat. Like, I could give two fucks who was actually playing it. And then we went to Banff. I think it was in, like, April or something, which is, like, pretty close to the end of the year. Like, that it's been 7 months of school and of jazz band. Mm-hmm. And not knowing who your drummer is. And then we go, like, on this trip or whatever, and, like, you get to know everybody in your band and every instrument that's played and, like, everyone who friggin' plays that instrument. And, like, me and Jarrell, we just became so close. Like, obviously we were, like, fucking young and boy, girl, hello, apparently we're supposed to date, but, like, that relationship or whatever doesn't fucking count. Like, we literally were just best friends. Literally our relationship was based on walking around town listening to music. That's all our relationship was. There was nothing more to that. And we stopped talking in high school because, like, we broke up, like, big fucking deal. Like, I had my 3 years of life, and then he had his, and we've been best friends ever since. No attraction whatsoever, like, just best friends. Like,
yeah,
it's amazing. And then with you, like, I barely even remembered that I was in that play with you up until I, like, saw you again, and I was like, holy shit, we were in that play together! Holy fuck, that was, like, 3 years ago! And then you ended up being in my freaking psychology class, and we graduated together, and now we're making podcasts and posting shit on the internet together. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. I find that cool.
I think that's really cool. I think that's a great development, an interesting turn of events.
Yeah, I wonder, like, what's gonna happen, like, the next 3 years.
I guess so. Well, I mean,
Going from 17
maybe.
to 20 and then from 20 to 23, like, it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think, like, anybody who ever listens to us and they're over 23 are
Yeah.
just, like,
You don't even know.
you don't even know. And I became friends with Jarrell, like, through, I guess, Garrett again.
Oh, Garrett.
I barely even remembered hanging out with Jarrell or Garrett. Like, I feel like I've just always been... And I barely even remember, like, how, like, we became friends up until now. It's
because
just...
before I found out that me and you had that class together, we had gone to a few parties together. And we'd actually, like, we talked. We've gotten drunk together before we actually found out we were in class together. And you forgot what day class started. So when the teacher first read your name out in class, I got so excited that I knew somebody, but I would have never thought you would have had such a big impact on my life.
Is that, okay, when we got, like, drunk at that one party, you told me, like, your entire family's history, which I forgot. Yeah. Was that before?
That was before.
Before classes
That was
even?
definitely before classes.
Really, just, like, dancing to the Smiths and shit like that?
Literally. And we went to Smithfits together.
Oh.
As a group, didn't we? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We went to Smithfits together. That was, like, right. That was still when we were in our first semesters. Because we went to school second semester together.
Right, yeah.
That's when we had that class. So we went to Smithfits together. We went to a few parties. That Kokomo nightclub.
Kokomo nightclp.
That happened. Like, everyone
Okay, that girl was like, oh, Tristan's coming over. Does Tristan have cocaine?
Yeah.
No. Do you think I can afford it? Like,
God, some of our old friends are
just very
piece of fucking work.
old friends, distant friends. I'm not even gonna say friends. I'm gonna say like acquaintances, like people that I've met before.
Like, I had known that girl since the 2nd grade. Never liked her. Just ended up always like being around. Like, she's always like somehow like made her way into my life.
Like, you just get those, you get those people,
like right?
You get those people where you're like, why are you still in my life? Like, I think
why are you so relevant?
I said hi to you once in grade 2, and why are we getting drunk together 10, 12 years later?
Oh, that's so weird.
What?
So weird. Like, just that thought. Like, I used to get in trouble from my elementary school teachers. They would call me a bully because if there was a kid I didn't want to play with, I would tell them I don't want to play with you. Like, there was this one girl, we went all the way from grade 2 all the way up to high school together. Okay? She actually ended up dating that guy that I didn't want to date after me. Okay. It was really funny. It's just weird. But anyways, this girl back in grade 2, it was like after the Terry Fox run, all the kids got to play outside. It was like a extra long recess or whatever. Like, the day was over. We were all waiting for our buses. And this girl kept fucking following me, and she like wherever I was going, like, she would follow, and like she'd want to push me on the swings, and like she wanted to play tag on the playground. Like, I just straight up told her, I don't want to play with you right now. And I kept like avoiding her, and she ran to my teacher and told on me. And my teacher, like, had to sit me down, and she was like, Nicole, it's not nice to not include other people. You know, like, this girl is just trying to be nice. You know, just play with her. And I was like, I get to choose who I play with. I don't have to play with someone I don't want to play with.
Yeah.
And it's just funny how, like, that girl, like, progressively, like, stayed somehow, like, in my life in, like, small ways. And, like, that happens to, like, so many people in your life. It's
they just
weird.
like, keep showing up, yeah. Although I feel like the friendships... Okay, well, the thing about, like, me being friends with Jarrell, though, is, like, I was hanging out with Garrett, and then I guess he was friends with Jarrell in some way.
Yeah.
And then, like, this was when Jarrell, like,
because
like, broke
Jarrell
up.
and Garrett worked together.
Right.
Where we work now.
Yeah. And so...
And they lived together. They lived together at the Roslyn.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I was there, and then I moved out, and then Jarrell went in there. Yeah. So Jarrell, I guess, he was fresh out of a breakup too, and so he was just like jaded, and so he was hanging out with Garrett and I at night. We would go climb buildings and stuff. Yeah, and then I guess it just happened there, and I moved into the apartment with Garrett and Marco, and then I moved out later, and then Jarrell moved in there, so I would always just hang out with them in the city over the weekend. And then, like, it just felt like I'd spent a whole week sometimes in Jarrell's room.
Yeah.
Because that's when that was, like, the time in our lives when we were bored, I guess.
Oh yeah,
and just
18, didn't, we
18 years
dropped out
old.
of high school. They all graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody went on to university. Everyone wanted to just move out and work and party and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, that's the reason Marco moved to this city as well, is because he wanted to go to university.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were just, I guess, super bored. We were 18 years old. All we did was just get high in his room and just eat Subway and listen to David Bowie and stuff like that. That was about it.
Yeah, seriously, it's weird how that's literally all people really a lot of group of kids really do these days is they just get high, play some video games, listen to music,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes drink on the weekend, and that's all they do, but you don't realize how fast time is going by while you're doing those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
Jarrell
realized
and
I had lost a solid good chunk of my year when I was doing that.
Yeah, Jarrell and I would even just we would drink so much and so heavily, we would open up, because his door his bedroom, which used to be mine, didn't have any windows in it.
Oh, fuck.
So we would drink and drink and drink and get high, and then all of a sudden we would open up the door and the sun would be coming out. We'd be wait, what time is it? And it'd be 8 a.m.
Yeah.
We'd be I can't spend my life like this.
Right?
I can't keep doing this.
Oh,
So I'm really glad because Jarrell doesn't really get high anymore.
No, he doesn't.
I don't
he
really
used to a lot.
Yeah, I don't really do anymore, and
No, I
we
don't
don't
either.
we don't drink as much as we used to, and I'm really glad it wasn't one of those friendships where we just as soon as we stopped drinking and doing drugs, we just all of a sudden stopped being friends.
We all kind of got our shit together this year. Collectively together.
Yeah, and I think that's what made us better friends for it. We all kind of got our shit together at the same time.
Yeah, it's funny. The first bonding moment that Jarrell and I had, I think he wanted to have a cigarette or something. So he or maybe I wanted a cigarette and he came and brought me one or something. But we ended up sitting. It was 2 a.m. We ended up sitting outside, by my old apartment, just chain smoking cigarettes all night, and all of a sudden the sun started coming up and we looked at our phones and it was 8 a.m. and I had to work at 10. And so I quickly got ready and I was so fucking tired, and he was dude, I really want a daiquiri. So it was 8 a.m. and we drove all around Steinbeck trying to find a bar that was open so we could have a drink.
Jeez.
That was
Damn.
I was still 18 when I moved back here. It's been a year and a half.
When I moved back from the city, I was 18. And I just
Now we're both 20. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get older.
Yeah.
But
We've been talking for an hour about absolute nonsense. We stopped playing Would You Rather. Got really deep.
we got really deep there.
Yeah.
It's
10 to 6.
that. Yeah. So we're just gonna wrap it up now. And I don't know when we're gonna do the next episode, or if we're gonna. I know we are gonna do another episode, but it's just I don't know if that's gonna be the live one or not. So yeah, I guess you'll just have to hang in there, and
Also, give us suggestions on what you want us to do during our live show. Do you want us to listen to a song, watch a video?
I guess so. It'll be a variety hour, pretty much. I mean, if people want us to, because we can't do a movie.
No, we're not gonna watch a
anymore.
movie in front of you guys and just
Whatever.
That's gonna take for fucking ever.
Because
you guys are gonna get bored.
Because I only want the podcast, or the episode, or the live show at least to go up to an hour and a half at the most.
Yeah.
That's the longest I want it to go.
I think it stays up online for 24 hours until it gets deleted or something, so people can still watch and tune in after we finished it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, feel free to comment during the podcast as well when it's live.
Yeah, and we'll be definitely reading the comments and taking any suggestions. If you want us to listen to a song, we'll listen to it, or share our thoughts maybe. I don't know. And if you want to throw up would you rather questions, or just ask us a question. I can't speak. Ask. Yeah, you can't either.
Yeah.
It's nearly 6 a.m. But
ask us a question.
Ask us a question.
There we go.
And we will try to answer it. And even if there's a topic you want us to talk about, I guess we can.
Yeah, and it is on Facebook. So if you have a Facebook account and you want to tune into the live show, make sure to like our Facebook page so that you can be notified as soon as it's up.
And also feel free to journey on over a couple clicks to YouTube and subscribe to us there. I'm not doing anything on the SoundCloud as of this moment. So
We're actually thinking of possibly going halfies on a camera.
yeah, so
Maybe.
to
And start doing vlogs and put them together and start doing podcasts with, I guess, like, where you can actually see us talking.
yeah.
And we can put in little blips of our memes that we laugh about and little video clips and whatnot on the YouTube. So there will be different varieties of videos / podcasts on Facebook, SoundCloud, and YouTube
Yeah.
in the future.
So anyway, thanks for listening to us talk for this super long period of time, and
I don't know how much is going to get edited out of this.
I don't know.
This has been gold.
We have been talking for about an hour and a half now.
I know, but it's gold material.
It's
right
great.
here.
It's great. I like it.
One of my friends was actually surprised that we don't do like really, really long podcasts, because most people do like 5-hour long podcasts.
Really?
Ours are like 45 minutes. Yeah.
I
like
have
people
never-
who actually like do podcasts for like a living, like they're like 5 hours long.
They must get hourly pay then.
Definitely.
Like
we just do this for fun.
we just do it for fun, and honestly, I don't know. It just had to be like half an hour to an hour. Like that's all I wanted. The original thought I had was like 15 minutes.
Really? How
Yeah.
can you get anything into 15 minutes?
I can do a lot in 15 minutes.
Please don't go there.
I can. I don't even know. I can try to wake up in 15 minutes. That never works.
I mean, it's so true. I mean, if you try to do a podcast in 15 minutes, it would be like you would have to like watch the movie and then just like talk like 5 minutes about the movie, 5 minutes about something else, and then 5 minutes like doing Would You Rathers, and then maybe like add like 1 little minute being like, hey, thanks for listening, bye guys. Like
I guess so.
maybe.
Or like, we could watch a movie prior and then just start the live show after we just finished the movie.
Ooh.
Was that...
For our live show?
Yeah. You looked at your phone and you said, ooh, so...
Possibly.
I didn't
was
know
listening to you.
if that was our
No, I was
fans
listening.
suggesting
No,
stuff
no,
already.
No, this is...
Is this live right now?
No.
Can you hear this?
No, I
I'm
can't.
kidding. No, so anyway, even the outro is like 5 minutes long, so
Yeah.
thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye, everyone.